Good morning, bonjour, buonasera. Welcome to Life's Questions and Lessons. I'm your host, Charity Youngblood, and I am so excited and grateful that you are here with me today. This podcast is unedited because life is unedited. As always, we'll get started with a question and whatever activity you engage in to explore your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. Please feel free to do. So today's first question is, who am I doing this for? Who am I doing this for? So I am beyond or feeling beyond blessed this week, this day, whatever you want to call it. The stars have aligned. God, the universe, my ancestors, we're all involved in this new partnership and this new collaboration that I am just so excited to share with you on the podcast. So I now have a wonderful, just amazing soul, amazing human that I will be partnering with to grow the podcast. So she's going to be helping with communication strategy, with social media marketing, and doing all the things that, in all honesty, I am not called to do and I really don't want to do. But I really, in all seriousness, I couldn't have wished for, a better partner. And I'm just so grateful. And I wanted to share that on the podcast because a few episodes back, it's probably been a while since I've talked about really the importance of finding your who. And I really feel like I definitely didn't find her. I didn't have anything to do with it. I think it was definitely outside forces that allowed for us to be in the same place at the same time. What I did do was articulate the who that I really felt I needed, and really felt would help this message get to the right person, the right listener, the right her, right? So all that to say, I wanted to provide that context just because I'm super excited in general. But also that context helps with today's question. So I'm starting to look at this impact work. As you all know, I have an income job and an impact job. And this impact job is this podcast, is the speaking engagements I have, the workshops that I host, but the impact of the message, of asking yourself the right questions. And so part of that, us kind of working together, is the step of, or the phase, if you will, of building a brand. And this question came up to me a few different ways, but I thought about, who am I doing this for? So in my case, this is the podcast, recording the podcast and really spreading the message and my vision. And it is very clear to me who I'm doing this for. My who is myself back in 2016. In 2016, I had already, left the dream or released the dream of becoming a professional singer. And I was kind of re-entering the workforce full time with executive assistant role. And I knew I didn't want that job. There's nothing wrong with being an executive assistant, but ever since I can remember, I've always felt like I had just a bigger calling. Like I felt like I was here for a reason. And originally I thought that was singing. But when I took that job in 2016, I knew that I didn't want to be, and I was saying, a 34-year-old assistant. I was like, I know I'm meant for more. I want to be in marketing. I want to be, managing and having influence. And I was just really unhappy with my career and the options that I was looking at. So when I started my real intentional self-improvement journey, that's when it started. So that's who I'm doing this work for. That woman, so her, I'll just keep saying her. So she was really supported and supported with love and support with, family and friends. The personal life was great. I had a wonderful, amazing boyfriend at the time who actually 2016, no, we were already married. Whoop! Y'all don't tell him I said that. I done fooled around and forgot when we got married. But anyways, I have a wonderful support system. My personal life was great. I had great friends. But there were areas of my life that I just was really unhappy with. So that started with my career, knowing I was meant for more and what could I do? Like I knew there was something that I could do. I just didn't know what that was, but I knew I could find out. My health, my weight, I wasn't at the weight that I was really confident at. I wasn't eating poorly, but I definitely knew that there was some options there that I could look at. My sleep wasn't the best, my routine. So I literally, had multiple areas of my life that just weren't aligned with the me that I knew that I could be. And honestly, the me that I am today. And so if you're this, isn't an impact job, just really think about what your this is. So maybe you are looking to lose weight. Who are you doing that for, right? Are you losing weight for you? And if so, why? And I really challenge you to dig into whatever aspect it is. If you're thinking about who am I doing this for, and it's a promotion at your job or a pivot into a new industry or a new career, who are you doing this for? And just like all of the questions that we are examining, we're doing this and exploring these questions with curiosity, not judgment, and making sure that we're listening to the answers that come through. Sometimes we can be surprised by an answer. Sometimes an answer can kind of reconfirm something for us. But it's really our job to explore, listen to the answers that come through, and just allow those answers and those insights to bubble up to the surface so that we are able to make the next best step, whatever that is. So as always, I thank you so much for listening. Please rate and review this podcast wherever you are listening to my words. If this podcast was helpful for you, if this episode in particular was helpful, please share it. If it was helpful for you, it's probably going to be helpful for someone else. And until next time, take care.